home of the Trojans and located in beautiful central Oahu. This year, 2023, marks our school's 50th anniversary. To commemorate this monumental year, we are holding numerous events to recognize the extensive and decorated history of our school. One such event will be 50 interviews from 50 different people who have shaped the school into what it is today. These interviews are encapsulated through 50 different videos that will be released weekly between January 2023 to January of 2024. Please join us in this momentous occasion with the people that have witnessed our home's history firsthand. We here at Mililani hope you enjoy learning about our school as much as we cherish retelling it. This is Mililani High School's 50th anniversary. Today's interview is with Ma'a Tanuvasa. Longtime friend of our interviewer, James Millwood, they reminisce about their high school football days and his journey to the NFL, then back home with the Poly Bowl.
Started at Kipapa Kindergarten. Came over as a child from Samoa when I was 1. And grew up in Waipio Valley in the apartments, Waikalani. They opened up in 1970. So I moved in there in 1972. Been there pretty much all through my high school years until probably my sophomore year in high school, when we had living in another home out here in Mililani with some of the other boys that we used to run around with. But yeah, I'm a Waipio boy, Waipio Valley boy, and went from Kipapa to Wheeler Intermediate and Mililani High School.
That house we're talking about is the Lee's house?
Yeah, Clifton Lee.
I grew up with Preston Lee, and then Clifton Lee is closer to Ma'a's age.
Another Mililani graduate, yes.
When did you start playing sports? When did you, what sports did you play?
Oh man, I never really had a chance to play sports growing up. Parents couldn't afford it, so kind of did the park thing with all the boys, tackle football at the park. And really didn't get to play organized football until I got to high school. Or no, I played organized basketball in middle school with Coach Darren Cook, and there was another coach that kind of brought us out because we were one of the taller kids in Wheeler. And that's the only time I really played organized sports was basketball. And then I really didn't play football until I got to high school, my actually sophomore year when I started playing organized sports.
So, funny story with that is Darren Cook, who he mentioned, is a good friend of mine. Still to this day, we're classmates, and he called me up and told me come check out his intermediate group of kids basketball team. So I went down to Hokuahiahi and watched this team play, and so my eye catches Ma'a. So I was already a football coach at Mililani High School. I was young, maybe 21 years old, and we're looking for players, and I remember showing interest and telling him I'd like him to try and play, but I think the biggest obstacle we were going to have was going to be Ma'a's mom, convincing her to let her son play football. But that was the first time I saw Ma'a, and then we were fortunate enough to get him out there for football and played junior varsity for us. So that was your first time playing football?
Yeah, it was. Well, I tried out my freshman year, came out and first practice with no pads on. They make us run 5 miles. I was like, what does 5 miles have to do with playing football? Then I didn't play my freshman year, and I came out my sophomore year when I used to see you on campus, and you told me, just come out again and try it again. And then, everything went from there.
Fortunately, he stuck it out.
Yeah, and mom gave me her blessings. She wanted me to be a pastor, but I ended up playing football.
Any memories stand out to you from high school? Friends?
Any memory?
What stands out to you?
Probably when we had to play both ways a lot. There, we probably have 28 kids on our team, JV and Vars. So. Collectively there, we knew we were probably one of the better shaped teams out there because we knew we had to go both ways, O-line, D-line. punter, special teams.
Yeah, Ma did it all. Ma was our punter. If we needed to get a first down, we'd throw him and let him run the ball, a tight end. If we needed to get a quick pass off. One memory I have of Ma, I think he's a varsity football, and we are playing Lelou, our rival. And I think he really put his name on the map because they had a star running back named Adrian Morel. And I don't know how long his run was, but he was running toward the Aloha Stadium scoreboard. And he's ready to score after a long run, but Ma stuck with him, chased him down, and actually tackled him inside the 5. Where was it?
Yeah, yeah. The good thing was inside the 5. I started cramping up already by then to try to get him. But yeah, I mean, a lot of coaches that I've met that were recruiting me, they said that they turned on tape to see Adrian Morel, but then they saw me run him down from behind. So
Awesome.
it's like almost, you never know what play might catch an eye, but no matter where they're looking at, you might be the one that stands out on that play. Beginning of my senior year, when you told me that college coaches were here to see me, from when Coach Dick Tomey left to Arizona, he came and saw me. The University of Hawaii coaches came and saw me. What did we have? A lot of the West Coast schools, San Diego State, and all of those schools started coming. That's when I knew that I had a chance to keep playing this game, because I mean, the best part of the game was just going out there and being with the fellas. And I was one of those guys: see ball, chase ball, tackle ball, and that was one of the best things, one of my favorite things to do. So, in order to keep playing that game, I still had the chance to move on from high school.
Yeah, so Ma always had the talent. He always had the. He was just athletic. I remember even watching him play basketball. He could dunk a basketball and run effortlessly. But yeah, and he was strong. Yeah, everyone knew Ma'a's strength. A lot of that strength came from working out at all the kids right after my time started working out at Fudge's gym, and I know a lot of guys right after me, your guys got strong going there. I know that I was a big part of a lot of kids in Mililani.
Oh yeah, there wasn't no 24-hour fitness back then or gyms like that. Everybody just had their home gym, and Coach Fudge opened up his house to a lot of the kids around the neighborhood, a lot of kids from the high school, to be able to compete against other high schools when they had those weightlifting, powerlifting tournaments, like you said you entered. And he gave us the foundation and the workouts in order to be able to move that type of weight that he made us do, and being so, you didn't have to be heavy, but he gave us the technique and the drive in order to be able to push a lot of that heavy weight around.
So when you get to college, what surprised you the most? What took you off guard or you weren't prepared for?
Oh, it was probably the first time when I went to UH during my first training camp there, and seeing how big the other athletes were. They were walking down, tight ends and offensive linemen. At one time you're the big fish in a small pond, and now you become the small fish in a big pond at the university level. And like this says, you just gotta be able to catch up to the speed of those players. And I think because of my strength, I was able to stay with them. But once I got adapted to their speed and the knowledge of the game there and the coaches there, it helped me even become a better player.
I don't know if people know, Ma was drafted by the Los Angeles Rams. Everyone sees Ma with Denver Broncos. I have my autograph helmet here from him. But he actually was with the Los Angeles Rams, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep, Pittsburgh Steelers.
And then the
Broncos, yeah. So it was a long road there. You think you get drafted, you made it, but that's not how the business works. You gotta make sure you stay healthy. If you're injured, they say you don't make the club in the tub, which means if you're always in the training room and if you're injured, they'll just move on to find somebody else. And it took me about 2 years in order to find a team that appreciated my skill set and were able to give me a chance. And Denver gave me a chance to be able to be on a team, and played with some great teammates. Able to win 2 Super Bowls there with him, with that group, with John Elway and Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp, and with our defensive and our coaching staff, Mike Shanahan. Everything was history after that.
Very blessed. Speaking of that, just tell me a little bit about your family. I know you're, how long you been married now?
30 years this year.
Wow.
Make 30 years in July. So, that's another blessing there, to be able to find a Hawaii girl in college, and to be with her ever since, since those days, and being able to move back home. When you find somebody in the States, you're either going to move to their state or you're going to move back home, right? So that's one of those things. But I'm glad I found a local girl that was wanting to come back home, and wanting to be a Milani too with myself, and be able to get a home here and be able to send my daughter to high school here. Well, she was pretty much a mainland girl from when she was 4, and to bring her back and to go to my high school and be able to graduate from Millen High School, and my son to go to a Millen High School and play football too. And it's been a blessing ever since I moved back home in 2003.
So a gift to me was Ma'a was coming toward the end of his career, and we had a little get together at his father-in-law's place. I think it was in Crestview area, and he mentioned when he stopped playing, he wouldn't mind coaching with me, and I'm just thinking, that'd be awesome, having him back. And he's such a role model to our student athletes at Mililani, and I'm so proud of him and the man he is today. Husband, great father, just a perfect example of how you want your young student athletes at Mililani to turn out. So with him coming to Mililani and coaching with me was a blessing for me and my coaching staff and my football team.
I don't know if it's a gift to him, but it's more of a gift to me because of what Coach Millwood has done in my life, and making me see there's opportunities other than staying on the rock here, getting an education at Mililani. You can go out into the world and you can always come back. Always come back. And that's one thing when I knew I got into the pros is if I go back to Mililani, I want to coach. And I hope Coach Millwood is still there at Mililani High School, and I always want to come back and coach with him and kind of spread what he's done for me, and hopefully we can get other student athletes from Mililani to realize that you gotta work hard, grind hard in the beginning, so it's a lot easier to get a scholarship somewhere, whether it's athletic scholarship or even academic scholarship. So if your parents don't have to come out of money out of pocket to pay for your school or your college, that's even better. Yeah, so Jesse Spoll and I, and a lot of other board of directors that we have on board with Coach Gene Jones, Troy Polamalu, Reno Mahe Vaisikahema, and now Jack the Thorn Samoan Thompson, who are on our board. But we used to go to Samoa with Coach Jones during the medical and football mission there in 2007. And we'd always go there every year, every summer, to go do a football clinic and bring medical supplies and doctors and nurses to help with any of their medical needs there. But anytime you drive through villages, you figure they'll have chief's title or the names of chiefs or kings or whoever's been through that village. But every village you pass through, it's like Junior Sales is from this village, or so and so Jack Thompson's from this village, or that. So we have to figure out who was the first Polynesian to ever play in the NFL, or who was the first Polynesian who was the first All-American. And some of us couldn't really answer that. And we wanted to start a platform where a lot of these Polynesian kids who are doing really well now, kids who are in high school, understand that a lot of the other guys paved the way for them, and it's a way for them to go and look up some ancestors or relatives that maybe came before them that they didn't know, kind of played before them. And that's the way we started the Polynesian Football Hall of Fame. And on the other side of that, we started the Polynesian Bowl, which is a premier high school football game, Polynesian high school football game.
You just had that.
Yeah, so we bring Polynesian kids, football players, and other ethnicities to play in a football game here in Hawaii. And this year we had Mark Richt, who's a Georgia great head coach, and Romeo Cornell, who was a NFL coach for about 30 or 40 years. But I think Coach Rick said it the best, is that we bring kids in for our culture, and then hopefully a football game breaks out. So these kids get to learn, or non-Polynesian kids get to come and learn our culture and how much aloha we have out here, and the giving spirit of our community here in the islands. And then when they leave, they leave better, as better people, and hopefully they get to pass on the word about having other players come in the next coming years. Because when we first started the game, nobody wanted to go. They would think we were, trying to scam them. What are you talking about? You get to fly us out there and do all this as a Polynesian Bowl? But no, it came to fruition, and now kids are DMing us left and right, and everybody wants to come. How do I get my kid? My kid is Polynesian, this and that. So, it's a real blessing. But yeah, that's the whole thing about our Polynesian Bowl.
Just very proud of him. Happy to see his growth and how he's gone from this 13-year-old kid that I first met to he's still working at our school, still helping out. But yeah, I'm very proud and blessed to say that I was able to coach him. I was able to have him coach with me also, and also most of all that he's my friend, and very proud to have Ma'a Tanuvasa here today. Thank you very much. Go Trojans, hail to the brown and gold. Aloha.
If you would like to attend our 50th Anniversary Gala, or if you want more information about our 50th anniversary, please visit the websites linked in the description below. To keep up with our weekly interviews, please subscribe and/or check out our 50th anniversary playlist.